Okay, hello everyone. I'm gonna make a quick video here, 20 minutes or so, and talk a little bit about the EPS or earning acceleration scan that I use. It's one of my favorite weekend scans. Um, there's really nothing magical about the scan. It's not gonna just find you winning stocks, but the way I use these scans is to really get me to focus. There's over 9,000 stocks in MarketSmith database, and you gotta figure out what do you want to focus on. And I have few scans that I run. They're really not technical based in the sense that there isn't anything there that scans for a specific pivot or scans for a specific tightening or scan for a specific indicator. My scans are based off of this stuff that you're going to see here: EPS, sales, potential and momentum, um, acceleration, uh, growth, multiple quarters of triple digit, double digit uh, uh, EPS earnings and stuff like that. So it's all kind of based off of that. Some of them are also based off of MarketSmith ratings like composite rating, EPS rating, RS rating, and stuff like that. In this video, I'm going to do a EPS acceleration and then just kind of take a look at how I use it, maybe show you the scan that I have today, and then also talk about a few stocks out of that list. There's quite a few that makes it from my list into my larger list that I track week after week. I'm going to share 3 or 4 out of this list today with you guys. Last weekend, I shared 5 others. I don't believe they were all from this EPS acceleration scan, but they were. I'll link to it at the end of the video. Um, they were quality stock setting basis, and I'll share another 4 this weekend so you can add to your list and keep an eye on them. So let's get started. EPS acceleration weekend scan. Let's move to the next slide here. Before we dive in, disclaimer, as always, do your own homework, your own due diligence. Um, this is not recommendation to buy or sell any stocks that you see here today. All right, so what is it really? It's essentially you're scanning for earning acceleration. And what you're looking for more specifically is 3 quarters of earning acceleration. And you're comparing your current quarter to the same quarter from the previous year. And you want to look for large increases. The larger, the better. And then I just kind of grabbed this from Minervini book, Trade Like a Stock Market Wizard. Um, there's the stat here that more than 90% of the biggest stock market winners showed some form of earning acceleration before or during their huge price move. And what you're going to notice, and I'll point those out, when you run this scan and you start flipping through the charts and the results that you get back, and there's not a lot of them, you're going to notice a few things. You're going to notice that some charts have their earning acceleration, but they're going sideways. They're not doing anything for months and months and months. Others, you're going to see that they started the move well before their earning acceleration, and they've moved a big distance already. Others, they're just starting to move. That that is coming along with the earning acceleration. And then the fourth one is you'll see stocks on that list that are nosediving and going down and down and down, even though they are showing earning acceleration. So back to my previous note at the very beginning of this video, it's not magic. This is just to get you to focus on potentially, and that's the key word, potentially stocks that could do well and appreciate. You have to wait for your technicals to set up and align with the fundamentals, which is in this case earning acceleration. Nothing more, nothing less. Stocks on this list are not magic and they're not all going to work and become big winners. Some of them look horrible And if you run the scan on your own and you go through that list, you'll see that some looks really horrible. So I'll share, this is the scan that I have as of today. I tweak this scan every now and then, but this is how I have it today. It's anything greater than 10, has to have average sale the last 2 quarters, 15% or more, RS rating greater than or equal to 80, last EPS percent change quarter, 20% or more, and then acceleration. This is really the key one here. That's what we're trying to do. Uh, Earning accelerating for 3 quarters is yes, and then average dollar volume 10 million or more. I play with these parameters to get more. I loosen them up to get more on my list and see what else is going on. So kind of fluctuates. Sometimes I drop this down to lower numbers. Sometimes what else I do? Mainly really drop in the RS. This, I said this is average sale of the last 2 quarters. Sometimes I just put just the sale of the last quarter to be more than 15 versus the average of the two. Okay, so I play with it a little bit to give me more results back, so I loosen it up. This is an example of AXON as of September 2023. And then this is the acceleration that we're talking about, -49 up to +52 to 96. So 1, 2, 3 acceleration, and that's where the scan picks it up if all the other criteria are met. Okay, and when we say quarter, compare the quarter from previous year. So let's take a look at December 2022, earning per share 0.70 cents, and then December 21st, 21, uh, earning per share 0.46, 46 cent to 70 cent is 52%. Sorry, yes, yep. And then March 22, 0.45 to 0.88, that's 96%. Okay, so that's kind of how it works. So with that, let's dive in, take a look at a few charts that met this scan as of today, and then go through the ones that I'm keeping on my list. So let's exit out of this, and then let's go to MarketSmith. I wanted to show you guys what I meant by sometimes the start starts before. So I'm gonna look at AXON, and it's one that you want to put on your watch list. It's building a coupled handle, meets the criteria. Here's your sales acceleration. That's our example from this line. Building coupled handle, volume drying up, and this sell-off here. So not doing anything wrong, not ready to be bought, but it's one that you want to put on your list and keep watch. Only 24% deep base and put in the handle. Looks really good. But here's what I meant by sometimes you'll see those stocks that made a monster move already before the acceleration. You will not pick up this acceleration until this quarter right here, which is March 2023. And that's the 96% right here. That is right here, right? So that's right here. And it topped when it was picked up by the scan. And that's okay because now you're making the move and then now you're building a base. And then expectation is you go back up. And that's okay. It's not too late. Wait for your technical, wait for your tactical entry, and then you place your stop, get you on your low risk entry, and let the stock do what it needs to do. So this is one scenario where you see them like this already made a big move. Another scenario is that the scan will catch them before they start the move. Okay, so make my trip, right? So let's take a look at when the acceleration happened. This is September 22nd, December, and then March, right here, right? This is the acceleration, 1, 2, 3. And then this is the acceleration right here. So it bottomed at the same time when the earning per share acceleration started. So while the acceleration was happening, the stock was in a downtrend. And then it bottomed right when the acceleration starts showing up. And then it sets up right here, sets up right here, and then here's your move. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. And then, like I said, there's ones that just are going down and down and down and down and down and down while the acceleration is happening, and some that are going sideways while the acceleration is happening. So, all right, so we talked about AXON, so that's one that you want to keep on your list and watch and look for an entry on the daily chart. DLO is another one that I'm watching. Here's your acceleration just showed up now, negative, plus 35, plus 38, and then 50. You got triple digit sales, really strong, 50, 60%. And this just looks pretty early. It looks like we left stage one and hopefully moving into stage two. If you guys remember, I posted on DLO on Twitter when I was setting up. This is your support, and then you could have bought it right here coming out. Okay. And then let's do that right here, right here. Okay. So that's your entry. So that looks good. That is what you want to do. You want to put them on your watch list and watch them for low risk entry. Put your trade on and let it play out and let the market tell you if you're right or if you're going to be stopped out. Okay. So that's the LO, one that you want to put on your list. And then really the other one is TTD, also from that list. Acceleration, minus 10, plus 10, plus 40. Nice sales. The move have already quite a bit moved. This is still a little bit loose. You want to see how it's going to play out over here. Just consolidate a little bit and see what it will do. But it's definitely worth of your watch list. Volume drying down. I like this. Skyscrapers. Skyscrapers. This is institutionals coming in and buying the stock. So great watch list item that you want to wait and see if it can set up an entry. If we go to trade view, let's do TDD. You see it's still, here's your uptrend like we always do. Clear, defined, strong uptrend. And now you're waiting to see if it can build that base and give you what you want to see, right? It's going to give you that base, see what you want to see. Still a little bit wide and loose. Um, um, Selling wave one, wave two, maybe go back up here and give you the three, consolidate a little bit, and then go up. So just a kind of quick sketch in here because I'm don't have a lot of time, and I wanted to get that out to you guys. So that's one. Just watch for this, potentially also rounding up, and then give you a handle later on at some point. The last one that I want to look at is FLR from that list. Let's go to the weekly and let's take a look at the acceleration. So you'll see negative 70, and then, oops, let's do that again, negative 70, and go into 39, go into 155. Right over here is when the acceleration would have, the scan would have picked it up. 1, 2, 3, scan picks it up here. You could have took a shot at it here, pulled back, and now I'm going back up. So floor been on my list, FLR. Here's the pullback that we were talking about. So here's your base building, right? Here's your uptrend again, uptrend, and then here's your base, and then here's your handle, and then you could have bought it, pull back buy. This is a nice pull back buy back to the top of the base, right? Pull back buy. And then now it's giving you another potentially add-on. This could have been bought here, could have been bought here, and now you have potentially another failed breakout reset. I'll do a separate video about my setup with failed breakout reset. I use it tons, so I will do a separate video on that. But this looks good here, holding up very well. checking a lot of boxes. So we'll see how this plays out next week. Um, if there's an appetite in taking any setups, honestly. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you today. Hopefully that was helpful. Gives you another four stocks to watch: AXON, DLO, TTD, and FLR. Um, and I'll do this scan potentially weekly and grab a couple names from it, three names, and then share it with you guys on YouTube. I'll kind of try to make that as a weekend routine habit for the channel. If you like that idea, please post in the comments, spread the word, subscribe, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Bye bye.